Space Application and Research Center in GB area. I would just detail what it is. Actually, this center is being constructed through a PhD funding, and it was supposed to operational by 30th of this June. Unfortunately, due to some civil works delays, it would now be fully functional in the spring of next year, inshallah. And this center hosts around 5 technical labs: RSJ lab, environmental chemistry lab, air monitoring mobile lab, and one glacier research lab. Since the glaciers are the mainstay of the GB region, that is why we have chosen to establish a glacier research lab in this area, and similarly one astronomical observatory and space science lab will be established in this center. Already we have completed training of 50 officers of GB government in this last 2-3 years, and 3 labs are already in working condition in KIU, PPA, and environmental protection and forest department. Currently we have 3 assets in space. Foxsat 1R is communication satellite, was launched in 2011, followed by PRSS-1. This is a Earth observation satellite launched in 2018. And PRSS-1A, this is our own indigenously built satellite, which is an experimental satellite. It was launched with the piggyback configuration PRSS-1. These are 2 images of this PRSS-1 satellite: Karachi Port, Mumbai, Beijing, Sydney, New York, and there are other few images of GB Airport, KIU University, where we are standing right now, Rabab Lake, and some other images. In addition to these images, we also produce some derived products from satellite images, which are called digital elevation models and 3D views and other digital surface models that can be utilized for better understanding of the contextual data. For example, this is the Batula Glacier in Pakistan, GB region. This is just a satellite image showing the snow, and with this data, you can basically profile the whole height and shadows of this terrain. So this is the power of the satellite images, that while sitting in your laboratory, you can actually measure the glacier retreats and other significant changes in the images. So our comprehensive National Space Program was approved in June 2019, which encompasses 2 phases, basically 2017 to 2030, and then 2031 to 2047. In this first phase, we are going to launch few communication satellites, followed by remote sensing, as well as regional navigation satellite systems. And we would, inshallah, establish a space launch facility as well as Pakistan Space Center in very near future, in 2 to 3 years. And besides sending our astronaut in space, we have a longer program to be part of the team in International Lunar Space Mission, as well as the Lunar Probe and Mars missions that would be in the second phase of this NSP until 2047. Actually, we wanted to celebrate 2047, the 100 years of Pakistan, with a great nuclear as well as space power. So let's pray for Sparko and Pakistan Atomic Energy Mission and the SPDLG to realize this 100-year mission. And coming to the core of today's presentation, this is space technology applications, where space can play a significant role. These are the 17 SDGs where this technology can be utilized. Since these satellites are cyanotic and repetitive in nature, they can quickly take the footprint of any kind of activity on ground and make direct or indirect measurements that can be utilized in the laboratories to make analytics. Almost all of these SDGs have the utilization of this technology in one or another way. One of the core areas of concern for Pakistan is the agriculture sector, which is faced by many techno-economic challenges. And one of the challenges is the reliable and timely availability of crop statistics. How much wheat we grow, how much cotton is there, how much rice we are producing. There is a lack of understanding at the part of provincial as well as national governments, where we are making decisions for opinion-based data. There is a need to gather evidence-based data so that the right decisions could be made that can be utilized and effectively. I will show some detail in the coming slides. So at Sparko, we have actually made the crop calendars in synchronization with the imaging calendar. Whenever there is a wheat season from growing to the harvesting, we are imaging these crops across Pakistan with different set of resolution, spectral resolution as well as high and lower resolutions. And all these graphs are mapped from the year, from their sowing to harvesting season. And this multi-sensor, multi-date, multi-spectral data is then put to an analytics box where our remote sensing scientists and engineers, they analyze this data and then they create a crop there. And similarly, we are using a yield model to actually take the yield estimates of all the crops. And by multiplication of yield and area, we come to the production estimates countrywide. So for example, this is an example of wheat crop inside our district. You can see in November this land is being prepared. You can see the signature award. Sure. And in March, the whole scenario has changed. Crop is at vegetative stage. You can see the chronological stage of the crop. By pixel count, you can measure the area of this crop. And again, when it is harvested, the signature also changes in April. So by utilizing this composite images, we can come to a conclusion that how much this crop would be. This is the layer of wheat crop only, excluding all other crops, all other areas, the big depth areas. We have a clear view how much area is under wheat crop. So this is a very significant step in estimating crops. Otherwise, in the field there are different enumerators. One goes to the field, other does not go to the field, and we do not have a clear idea of whether it is the right estimate or it is just a guesstimate. So similarly, we also monitor the health of this crop by utilizing different data sets. And then we come to the conclusion that this season wheat area would be this, average yield would be this, and the production would be this. And based on this information, countrywide statistics are provided to the Ministry of Food and Security, Government of Pakistan. Here you can see this information was provided to the Ministry of Food Security in April this year. And the field staff, which was supposed to give this estimate, has not yet provided their data. So how significant this data could be for pragmatic decision making? That you have an information on your table that 26 million of ton of wheat is available with the country, and the consumption is around 29 to 30 million tons. You have to import 4 to 5 million ton of wheat so that you can feed your population. This is where these technologies make a significant impetus to this decision making. And one of the participants made a question to the general that we are very much, in security and other things, but why we are having these problems? We are having these problems, we are not using the science from the basic its essence is not being considered important. So here, as the students are there, I hope they would learn and they would, inshallah, make Pakistan better with their ingenuity and their education. And similar on the basis of this, we have already developed 4 to 5 booklets for the whole planning process for the different governments, provincial governments, and we are also planning to develop one for the GP area also. Similarly, we are also working in forestry. We have helped government of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in the billion tree tsunami project by providing services to the government of the KPK. Since I am running short of time, so I will quickly go through these slides. This is another project for the government of Musharraf. We are monitoring their 100 dams project. Already we have done for the 20 dams and 110 dams are in the process. And similarly, with the monitoring as well as these data can be utilized for the planning of the new dams and new dam sites and other parameterization of the dam. In the environmental sector, we have a mobile laboratory plus these environmental satellite data where we can utilize these data sets for better understanding of the environment. During the fog season, we also give information to the government of Punjab. And these are two initiatives which we did while profiling the CPEC route. We carried out freshwater quality monitoring GT area. We around, I think, for 19 parameters, 28 locations along the CPEC route. We did this job last year. And similarly, for the air quality and noise level monitoring in the GBD region, we did carry out. Prior to the establishment of this center, we tasked our Karachi team to come to this place and make the assessment. And there are other areas in mineral prospection where the satellite technology can be utilized. We have a space application center for response in emergencies and disasters. This is a fully functional center which runs in 24/7. In case of any disaster, this center provides information to the national and provincial disaster management authorities. For example, last month there was a forest fire in Balochistan. You might have known about this. And we were the first responder in this episode, and we provided information to the NDMA that around 21 kilometers of forest fire has damaged pine and olive trees in Shirani district of Balochistan. There were actually 2 fires, and this information was just given right on time so that the mitigation plans could be done right in time. And we are also monitoring some Sister Glacier for the last 3 years. And you can see the change in the lake extent. It has increased from 0.19 kilometers to the 0.4 kilometer approximately as of 5th May of this year. So this is under constant observation of our satellites, and we are providing this information to the NDMA for better understanding. If God forbids there happens anything wrong, we should be well informed to make good decisions. This is our portal, Disaster Watch portal. You can access websites, and this is live. Any information about the past events like floods of 2010 or any other event, and we have a data posted on this website. We are also part of international collaboration in disaster management. UN Spider, we are regional scope officer for UN Spider and other international bodies. And during peacetime, we are developing a national catastrophic model. This model will help to risk finance the different kind of floods, droughts, seismic hazards on different return periods. This is a big effort. It's a $5 billion project given by India RMF, National Disaster Risk Management Fund. And by October this year, this project would inshallah be completed and would be available for research and further. And similarly, we have planned a lot of expeditions in the GD area. Around 11 expeditions were done with the Institute of Tibetan Plateau, Chinese Academy of Sciences. And by these expeditions, we gathered the data and utilizing the satellite images, we have developed the first glacier inventory of Pakistan. This hosts around 6,668 glaciers with all minute details. This is a published book. You can have, if you want, we can send you the copy of this booklet. This is first ever endeavor in Pakistan by a space agency or anybody else to develop this glacier inventory. And similarly, we have a complete search and rescue program which is called CISS-KIU. This is a consortium of 75 satellites which actually provides, in case of any distress you have awakened, if there is a problem with your aircraft, your naval ship, or any personal carrying the personal locator, we can, like mountaineers carry PLBs. So in case of any distress, this system activates and we can provide you the location of that person. There are other few slides about the tourism. We did this job of the government of KD to select some sites, new sites for tourism. And due to paucity of time, I will skip these slides. We are also having some good work with the Planning Commission of Pakistan, where we have a complete set. This was a project which was given by Planning Commission of Pakistan to develop the GIS land management system for the Basha Dam. In the previous government of PMLN, this project was done through SPARCO, and we provided them the baseline information for this cadastral mapping system. Similarly, we are doing some projects with the NHA. We are making all the 13,500 kilometers roads of Pakistan digital. And with this web-based system, NHA has been empowered to utilize this technology for their planning as well as monitoring new roads across Pakistan. And the most recent project is to support the government of Pakistan in the 7th Population and Housing Census 2022, which is scheduled to start from 17th of this July. SPARCO would provide the baseline imagery as well as the digital database. For the first time, this would be the digital census of Pakistan. You would have first time the right kind of the household information, the location, and the inside data, which would be obviously generated by the enumerator. So this is a significant